show the other people that can ask better questions. So I will also use the bone because I was. But then I was thinking whether the bone is a tool, and I thought that I'm not so sure it is because it's a basic. It's the material to make a tool, but there is a knife made from a bone, or there is a hammer made from a bone. You can get some big cow for that, but you can do it. When does we see that it's a tool, an artifact, or you use a tool which is not an artifact, but perhaps every tool must be an artifact, and it's also evolutionary. It's often said that man is human beings are the only creature that makes tools, while others can know to use them, but not so clear whether they make them.
What was the question though?
The question is whether whether you keep it. Why do you call it a tool?
Well, I'm not calling it a tool. The whole purpose, I mean, it's a rather dense talk, I know, but the whole idea is to sort of decouple the notion of technology from a tool and something that serves pragmatic purposes. That's the first point. So the trajectory that I would identify with what we take to be technological is already not utilitarian. It's the whole point is that it's liberating something to be multi-person. The point, and I think this is, there's a very detailed account in your book about this tendency of systems of knowledge to sort of explore the horizons of possibility. I would locate this in conversation with that. Why it seems to be in the nature of a specific form of knowledge that we detect, that it tends to progress in that sense. And so this is a way to combine, to connect with that. And the point would be, it's not for pragmatic reasons. It's not because it's a better control of nature or anything like that we often assume it is about. It has to do with that particular characteristic of an artifact. That's the way I propose to view it. And as was here remarked, it's important to see that in the very same gesture, simultaneously you can take it to be a completely different thing that we tend to identify rather with culture, with distinction between cultures, with things that we tend to preserve over time. And so what the mechanisms would be for distinguishing them and their interaction is, there's a lot to be said about that. But that was the basis for the distinction. I hope that helps. So of course, to your question, yes, it's not a major decision. It's always co-present, and there are many ways in which this can go.
Yeah. Let me throw in one notion that may help. I mean, that's the notion here from Yoda about, it's all familiar to us, of the images of knowledge, which, are kind of societal agreement.